Peace. Happy now. Now's the vibrate. Not too far in the future. Not too far in the past. Right now. Right now. Thinking about how like DMT trips and like sometimes I do like in which I kind of been staying back as off of the Lucy a little bit, but you know, DMT and mushroom trips, like how they always keep my ego in check and make me understand that the situation is deeper than what it seems, you know. Because I like to tell people, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people don't get that understanding. And two, that's the understanding that a lot of people miss, you know, from not, you know, getting into psychedelics, you know what I'm saying, or devil. Because matter of fact, I mean, honestly, too, you could also experience this through initiating certain type of meditations, you know, through cryo yoga, different, you know, type of breathing techniques also, or raising your kundalini. So let me not make this sound too like this is just something you can experience only through DMT, lucid, or mushroom. Matter of fact, I mean, the body is so amazing that, you know, you could probably take a sheet of paper and mentally, if you probably tell you, and I say probably, but once you could get your spiritual alchemy up to that level, you could take a little strip of paper and say this some, you know, this is gonna be like a lucid acid trip, you know, and go into that world, you know what I'm saying? That's very possible. But I was thinking about how they really, you know, how when I go on these trips, how they really check my ego, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, a lot of conscious people, you know, I start to realize are more book conscious than actual God body, really one with source conscious, you know what I'm saying? Where they read up and, you know, done read I don't know how many books, done learned so many things, but they still kind of missing that aspect of knowing, you know, and really, really knowing that everything is one, you know what I'm saying? Because I tell that to a lot of brethren and sisters, you know, black, white, Hispanic, anything, you know what I'm saying? Because say, for instance, like, first off, like, dealing with melanin. In this lifetime, you know what I'm saying? Yes, like, melanin is one of the superconductors, you know what I'm saying? Like a superconductor in our, well, not even say in our skin, but within our body, because it's more about your neuromelanin and your melanin within your spine, or, you know, within your chakras, you know what I'm saying? And your pineal. But, you know, at the same time, while learning these things and, you know, and learning about the indigenous knowledge and things of this nature, and learn about, you know, becoming one with source and being like the guys that you were, you know what I'm saying, you also got to realize to keep that ego in check. Because a lot of the reason why, you know, hint, hint, wink, wink, you fell from that greatness was because you didn't keep your ego in check while, you know, while having these incredible, you know, gifts and powers, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, somewhere along the line you kind of, you know, forgot, you know. And with with DMT trips, and then just in general, you know what I'm saying, that ego check, man, is always good, because that's one of the lessons too. Like, I feel, and I kind of see that as a melanated person, you know, raising your consciousness, and matter of fact, or a person, especially where if you're considered black because of your skin melanin or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you want to try not to be basically the person, the hate that's been trying to kill you, you know what I'm saying? You're trying not to be that. Of course, you want to make your brethren and sistren aware of all the things that the Europeans that, you know, been trying to hide our knowledge, you know, you want to make that, you know, you want to make that situation aware, but you also don't want to dwell in it, and you also don't want to tear or hate nobody back, you know what I'm saying? Because a part of this rise in consciousness is this time to realize the God within, but also to stay magnanimous and not stoop down to a level, you know what I'm saying, of you know what I'm saying, tearing others down, or basically stoop down to a level of ego, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to hold yourself to a high standard, but also by holding yourself to a high standard and not thinking better of yourself, like knowing that no matter what, you know, just because somebody may lack a little neuromelanin or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying, doesn't mean you gotta treat yourself like, oh, I'm God that gotta be over everything, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the things you gotta keep in check, you know what I'm saying? And I notice sometimes in the conscious community where, you know what I'm saying, where some of the brethren and sisters, you know, may make fun of, and which some cases they may make fun of like some white people in the essence of like not, you know, just kind of like on surface just making fun. Because I mean in essence too, you kind of got to get where they coming from, where, you know, this compared to being hung and getting our culture killed and constantly killed on a daily, you know, the least we could be able to do is joke about this, you know what I'm saying, in essence. But at the same time too, you know, let it be joking though, you know what I'm saying? Don't become to where you just always just the European did this and white man and this and that, because now you're being trolled by that situation, you know what I'm saying? And now it's taking you, you know, away from your spiritual works, you know what I'm saying, from trying to build your temple up, you know what I'm saying? And I know like on a vice versa side too, like ego tripped like on the ego thing for somebody white or with less skin melanin or European descent, you know what I'm saying? The ego thing that in essence you gotta get over is to be able to understand that the natural fact is that, hey, you know, you may lack melanin, which melanin too may give some sort of spiritual advantages or physical advantages to, you know, what may be called black people or melanated people. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, that don't mean you're not one and the same and can also learn these lessons. Because also, you know what I'm saying, it's not, how I said too, and also learn to not separate yourself, you know what I'm saying? Because be real with you, to try to separate and say that white is a race, or to try to make that a race and separate it within itself is an egotistical action and not being one with God. Because you know what I'm saying, because too, like I say, is us, you know what I'm saying, like as far as the melanated people understanding that, you know, what's going on with the melanin and the consciousness and being tied to source, but it's also not thinking you so high, you know what I'm saying, and also, you know, on a person that may lack melanin, is not, is, how can I say, it's not feeling separated on a level two to where, you know what I'm saying, where it affects your relationship with God, you know, in essence, you know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, you know what I'm saying, is not like, cause sometimes you get from some white people of the aspect of, oh, you know, they think they're all that. They call themselves kings and queens of God. You know, you got to get away from that egotistical feeling. This is just a fact of what we are. You know what I'm saying? We didn't ask for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I swear to God, when I came out of my mama's womb, this information was just already there, you know what I'm saying? I didn't say, God, make sure that all melanated people have, you know, melanin in their DNA that's superconductors and help them connect to God through their pineal gland. You know what I'm saying? I did, you know, so you got to get out of your egos, both sides, you know, and matter of fact, and what's funny, you know, when we get into this conversation, but that's the duality of the universe, you know, but you start to realize like how the other ethnicities get lost in, because it seems like just a black and a white thing, but really too, you start to see that it ain't no, I mean, it's just levels of melanin, you know what I'm saying? Because to be real with you, too, another egotistical lesson for some quote-unquote white people, and the reason why I say quote-unquote white people, too, because some white people aren't white, you know, in essence. You know, they're just some people who lack skin melanin, who, you know, in the times of slavery, in the times when melanated people were getting treated hard, they kind of was like, you know, just the obvious fact, like, I see these people getting treated bad because they're, you know, darker. And even though I know, you know, great-grandpa so-and-so was a slave and he's black, and we do have black in our blood, you know, we do look pretty white. So, you know what? Let's change our last name to something Jewish. You know what I'm saying? And let's live our lives on this side of the table. So, and just because you chose to live on that side of the table, don't take away that you still have melanin in your skin, you know, or melanin within your, you know, your spine or within, you know, your brain. Don't take away the neuromelanin you have. You know what I'm saying? So it's also that aspect. So basically, like right now, in general, it's just a breaking down of the ego. You know what I'm saying? Just spiritually for all people of all walks of life. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, free will is granted to everything, you know what I'm saying? The only really quote unquote evil in this universe is something that's taking away something else free will, and that could be, and say for instance, so it could be a evil, if you're trying to take away something else free will, you're being evil no matter what color you are. So whether you're the melanated sun-kissed person or whether you lack melanin, if you're trying to take away free will, you're trying to take away free will and you're being evil no matter what color you are. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing you gotta understand too. And matter of fact, and that's too, like I said, that's what I like about getting back to where I started, where my DMT trips and all this kind of helped me to tear down my ego to say, like, matter of fact, like with all that, oh, like, well, what about the slavery and all this? I mean, which, yeah, and that's the thing too, you gotta understand your history without being indulged, you know what I'm saying, without letting the negativity of it bring you down, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you gotta know the bad things and all the slavery you've been through and all these different wars or fights and situations you've been through, but you also gotta, how can I say, not indulge in it, you know what I'm saying? Not let it take you over, not let it separate you, you know, kind of use it as an observation of lesson, and also use it as something to build yourself up, you know what I'm saying? Because too, like I tell people, you know, with me being Rasta, I got to that realization, you know, source brought me to, you know, resonating with Rastafari, resonating with Ethiopia, Atlanta, Kush, and now, you know, once I got there, it also opened me up to other information. So to show me, you know, that I was just bringing me in, but there's more to it, because yes, you know, being from the land of Kush and all this, you know, with Ethiopia, this and that, but there's also star systems and planets and things that you also, you know, that furthers your creation, where you're even further from, you know what I'm saying, that goes past being on the earthly plane of existence, you know what I'm saying? So it's also understanding, realizing that's why the DMT trips and stuff break down your ego, because it lets you realize that it's bigger than just Rastafari and Haile Selassie and Jesus, Buddha, you know, all these little figures. At the end of the day, it ain't too much about their names, but more about the vibration of liberty they was trying to show you, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not about that egotistical, I'm a chosen Hebrew, I'm a chosen Aryan, Ashkenazi Jew, I'm this, I'm that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, yes, it's good to learn where you come from and learn about all these things, but at the end of the day, man, we are one organism, you know what I'm saying, a part of source, you know, learning and procreating, getting back to source, you know what I'm saying, matter of fact, and only getting back if you free will, you know, through your own will, if you willingly want to do so, you know what I'm saying, that's up to you, you know what I'm saying, because you, say for instance, like, because you don't have to, you know, rise in the sin, but Tudo, what's going on, like say for instance Tudo, what's going on in these times right now though, is like where the rapture, this vibration is like where if you're not showing you a worthy vibration, you know what I'm saying, and say for instance the energy cannot be destroyed, so let's say that your energy not gonna be killed off, but it's gonna be dispersed, so you may not reincarnate into a full consciousness of a human in your next lifetime if you don't get what's going on in this lifetime. The 144 across the forehead, the 144,000, you know, the chosen, you know, the people with the understanding, you know what I'm saying, gonna be able to keep reincarnating while you'll just turn into some energy that we use during meditation or something, you know, to just be real, you know. Like, that's how it breaks down, you know. But I just without going too far off and, you know what I'm saying, into that, but in general, this all this information just goes together in general, but because it's about getting away from your ego and understanding about being one with everything, you know what I'm saying? So yes, you know, like, yes, I'm Rastafari, liberty, spirituality, but at the same time, I'm source. I'm Jah source, you know, and as a matter of fact, that's why I also kind of got away from saying Jah so much, because it do kind of creates a little bit of egotistical separation, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, this is just my path to source, but, you know, it's not separate from the source that, in some cases, that somebody else, you know, looking into, you know, they may not, say for instance, somebody may be looking into it the wrong way, yeah, all right, or may have it in a misinformed type of way, all right, cool, but yeah, they still trying to get, and still trying to understand source, the way I've gotten to know source, and got to where I'm at with it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a growth, you know what I'm saying? It's not no proof, and it's gonna happen, and it come to everybody differently, you know what I'm saying? But it's also too, like I said, it's about getting away from that ego. It's not about. It's about being one with source, you know what I'm saying? It's not about what name they call this one, and where this person was born. Like I say, that's good for your roots and culture just in general. Because as a matter of fact too, when I was talking about the separation of ego, also with the European and white people, your history is, it's melanated people history too, of course, because that's the Earth's history, you know what I'm saying, in general. So don't separate yourself from that either, you know what I'm saying? That's everybody. If you are breathing right now on Earth, no matter what, how much melanin you got, your history dwells from a melanated place, regardless, whether you like it or not. And back to what I was saying though, even though I say that, it's not to get caught up in the egotistical, thought form of it. It's just, just getting a understanding of the facts and what's been going on and what's going on, so you could get further into where you're trying to go. You know what I'm saying? The only way to understand where you're going is to know where you come from, Because when you understand all these aspects, then you realize why you got the certain thought forms you got and why things may be a certain way. And it all comes together, But it's really like breaking down that ego. Because that ego doesn't, that's what breaks everybody down, you know what I'm saying? That trying to be separate, trying to be different. Oh, I'm this type of Rasta, I'm this type of Hindu, I'm this type of Catholic, I'm this, All right, that's cool, but don't let it separate you in that essence. You gotta, understand what's really going on. Get back to the common grounds of spirituality, which is getting away from the ego. Point blank, period. Like I said, that's why I like, the DMT, the mushroom trips, because it really strips your ego. Like any little type of, just anything that you try to hold on to with your ego, it's gonna strip it down and let you know that you are source, one with everything. It's an illusion of separation, down to a bacteria that you may not like. A bacteria that causes harm, quote unquote harm, is God, is source, you know what I'm saying? So everything is one. One love. Matter of fact, that's why Rastafari, resonated with me. Because in my path, it showed me that one love aspect, within the liberty, which ties to the bigger picture, But peace. Happy now. Now's to vibrate. Not too far in the future. Not too far in the past. Right now. Just remember not to get caught up in the ego, man. Like I say, no matter how much skin melanin you got, whatever ethnicity or quote unquote race, which is fake, but whatever, that you consider yourself, drop the ego. Yes, learn your history, learn what's been going on, but drop your ego. That's how you get back to spirit. And only drop your ego if you want to, and if you feel it's meant for you to drop it. If not, stay where you at. Peace. Again. Happy now. Blessings. Now's to vibrate. We create right now.